Hi everyone, Rainey with my dream boat project, and today is going to be a little different. I'm going to be telling you about the good, the bad, and the, well, not ugly, but not so good things that have been going on with my boat build. So I just wanted to start out here to show you it's a beautiful day. We've been having so much rain, and look at that, how pretty it is outside. But I like to stay outside, but I'm going in the man cave. So I can sit down and tell you everything that's been going on. And what I'm going to be working on today, as you can see, is my Chine, I guess they call them Chine Flats. And I'm going to be working on that in a minute. And that's one of the problems I've been having. First of all, I came down here today, came into the, I guess you could say the shop, and the desk right over here. Whoa. It's all cleaned and repaired by now. But what happened was I came down, and you know how I love my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Well, I had a cup full of, luckily it wasn't coffee, it was water. Big one of those big jumbo things of water, and it was knocked over. All over everything. So the only thing that got it was my plans for the Sea Strike 18. The other cover I had in here, nice picture of water went in and melted. That's okay, I just took another picture and put it up there just so I could see what I'm building. And got into one of these. I had a large bag like that filled with all of these. So guess what happened when I picked up the bag? You could say I get screwed. All over the place, big screws everywhere. And pardon my humor. If it wasn't for bad humor, I'm told I wouldn't have any at all. But anyways, I had screws everywhere. Yeah, I was screwed for sure. So I picked those up and took out my rusty dryer and dried up all the wood and picked up all the mess. So it's been kind of fun that way. But that's not really bad. One of the things that I ran into, okay, I'm one of those people, I'm really anxious to do stuff, so I look at the plans and see what I need to do, and I go out and do it, and then I read, but don't do this yet. And that's what happened. I started to do the chines over here, and as I started to cut the chines out, okay, the plan said, and this is the chine here, I actually have 3 of them. This is the top one I did. There's the inside and the outside, then the second one, and the third one I'm still cutting. I'm glad I only need 2, but I made 3 just because I had a little bit of extra wood. What I was supposed to do is the inside line of the chine. I was supposed to cut, I guess you could say, cut it and sand right up to there. But the outside, it said to leave an extra ½ inch. Now, didn't notice that until after I had already cut the first one, started to sand it down. And then I said, just in case I make a mistake, the second one, I'm going to leave myself a little more room. So I cut about a ½ inch. And then I went upstairs, and I finally found a way to spread my big plans out so I could read everything. And it says, leave more space on the outside. So that way when you get the chine up, you get it up on the frame, and you put the side below it, then you can just kind of trace the overflow of the chine and then cut it down from there to get it perfect. Because I was thinking, oh, this is going to, what if it doesn't meet? What if I have huge gaps? So luckily I made the third one, which I haven't cut out yet. The bottom part is like this much wood extra. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sand the inside so they're a little closer, not real close, and the outside I'm going to leave like I know it's from a ½ inch to an inch. Leave it there until I finally build the frame and put these up. Now right now it just looks like a bunch of cut up pieces of wood, but tomorrow morning, Monday morning, I'm ordering my next set of plywood. I believe it's going to be ½ inch, and I'm going to be ordering a bunch of that, which is to make the frames and the cross members and members going up in front. They're kind of like the cardboard box type thing where they all kind of fit into each other. I'm going to be making all those pieces. So I might order all the plywood depending on the prices, because with everything going on lately, their prices are varying up and down. So they said, you got to call the morning you want to get the wood. So I'm going to call, they'll tell me the prices. And if I can order everything, even for the deck and for my center console and all that, I think it's going to be roughly 15 pieces of plywood, marine ply. I'm going to order it all and have it here hopefully in a few days. So by next week you can see me cutting something different than just little panels. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to do this. That's been my biggest mistake so far, is I just ruined one of them. Luckily I had extras. And the other thing is the top panel of the boat. I think I sanded too close, and I was always wondering the purpose for when you have belt sanders, why would anybody want one of these, okay? And I found out why. Because when you sand it, it kind of goes like this a little bit. And when I looked at it, it's like, oh, so I don't know how bad it's going to be. I think I went beyond the line a few times with the belt sander because it doesn't go straight. I'm going to try to see if I can level some of it out with this. But that's why we're amateur boat builders. We're learning as we go. Ha ha! Okay, so I see the purpose of this and I'm going to use it. So anyways, I'm going to get going with that. I'm ordering my new plywood and hopefully we'll have something new for you. I'm also researching fiberglass, where to get fiberglass, the best place. I want a reputable place. I've actually spoken to a few places and I even wrote one yesterday to see if I can interview them online on a video. So if you have questions you would like to ask of a fiberglass supply company, let me know in the description below and I'll be sure to ask you a question when I'm interviewing them. It's probably going to be sometime, hopefully next week, within the next week or two. If they agree. If they don't, I'm going to contact another one because I'd like to interview some of these people, learn more about fiberglass before I actually order it. So please help me out with the best questions to ask them. Not only what you want to hear, but what do you think I should hear? Because I'm kind of confused with the whole, this kind of fiberglass and that kind of fiberglass and this mat and this cloth. And so I'm going to tell them what I need and hopefully they can help me sift through all this confusion so I won't have that in the future. So with that, here I go with the cutting. And there we go. So I got a lot more moving it around and sanding it to do, so I'll go ahead and do that on my own. But I thank you for joining me. Please subscribe. Makes me happy, and you want to make me happy, right? And I will see you in the next video. Happy sailing.